Now we come to average value of AC. The same way we first define average value of an AC definition. That value of DC which transfers same amount of charge to a given circuit in a given time as is transferred by an AC in the same circuit for the same time. Now this is DC circuit, capacitor charged by battery, DC source, and this is AC circuit, capacitor charged by AC source, and this is a AC waveform, voltage or current, any way you can take it. So consider DC circuit, charge stored in capacitor C, say Q is equal to I into T, or it is V by R into T. Mark it as equation 1. Now consider AC circuit. Consider AC circuit. Charge stored in capacitor C, say Q is equal to I into T, or it is equal to ET by R into T. Mark it as equation 2. Now equations 1 and 2, if you see, look at equation 1 and 2, equations 1 and 2, if you look at equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and equation 2, we see that charge transferred to capacitor C in time t is directly proportional to the value of either current flowing or voltage applied across capacitor in both cases. So charge transferred is directly proportional to voltage value, or charge transferred is directly proportional to current value. Either it is proportional to current or it is proportional to voltage in both cases. Okay. Now instant value of AC voltage. You take any one equation, either voltage equation or current equation, that we will see later on. Now here instantaneous value of AC voltage. Say ET is equal to E max sine omega t, or AC current is IT is equal to I max sine omega t. Now you consider, so from equation 1 and 2, equation 1 and 2 show that charge transferred to capacitor C in time t is directly proportional to the value of either current flowing or voltage applied across capacitor in both cases. Now instantaneous value of AC voltage, say ET is equal to E max sine omega t, or AC current is IT equal to I max sine omega t. Now consider AC voltage equation, ET is equal to E max sine omega t. Okay, so you can take up current equation also. You can start with current equation also, but here I am taking voltage equation. So with current equation you can practice to derive the formula. Result would be same. Now consider an AC voltage equation, ET is equal to E max sine omega t. Now in terms of angle theta, because theta is equal to omega t, we write theta instead of omega t. It is expressed as ET is equal to E max sine theta. Okay. Now here, now average value of AC over full cycle is 0. We will first prove this, that average value of AC over full cycle is 0. So value of AC voltage over full cycle, say ET over full cycle, OFC is equal to 0 to 2 pi E max sine theta d theta. So 0 to 2 pi is full cycle. So we evaluate it, ET over full cycle is equal to E max, we take out of integral sine theta d theta, 0 to 2 pi. Sine theta d theta, integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. So limits come behind. A is equal to minus E max cos 2 pi minus cos 0. Or ET over full cycle will be equal to minus E max 1 minus 1, cos 2 pi is 1, cos 0 is 1. So it is 0, minus E max into 0, that is equal to 0. So thus average value of an AC voltage or current over full cycle is 0. Therefore, average value we write average value ET, average over full cycle, is equal to 0 divided by 2 pi minus 0. Then it becomes average. Okay, 0 by 2 pi, it is equal to 0. So average value of AC voltage or current. If you take current equation, then it will be for current. If you take voltage equation, then it will be for voltage. Here we have taken voltage equation. So it is therefore average value of an AC voltage over full cycle is 0. So that's why we compute average value of an AC voltage or current over half cycle. Now, value of AC voltage or current over half cycle. Now say ET, I am taking voltage equation. When you start with current equation, then you have to take up current equation in continuation. So here, since I have taken here voltage equation, so in continuation, our equation is voltage equation. We deal with voltage equation. So say ET over half cycle will be equal to 0 to pi. Half cycle, 0 to pi is half cycle. So 0 to pi, E max sine theta d theta. We integrate, we take out E max common. Integration sine theta d theta is minus cos theta, and 0 to pi. So minus E max into cos pi minus cos 0. Upper limit first minus lower limit. So it is equal to ET over half cycle is equal to E max minus E max into minus 1 minus 1. So it is twice E max. Now we come to average value over half cycle. Say ET average over half cycle is equal to ET over half cycle divided by pi minus 0. When we divide a large number of values which are summed up by the total number, that becomes mean value. So here upper limit is pi, lower limit is 0, so total is pi minus 0, it is pi. So we have average value over half cycle. So 2 E max divided by pi. Or we write it as 2 by pi E max, or it is equal to divided by 22 by 7 E max, 2 into 7 divided by 22 E max. So if we calculate 14 by 22, it comes out to be 0.637. So E average over half cycle is 0.637 times E max. What does it mean? So this is peak value. Here we have 63.7% of peak value, we have average value. It is that value of DC which transfers same charge in a given circuit for a given time as is transferred by an AC in the same circuit for the same time. Similarly, average value of an AC current over half cycle is I average over half cycle is equal to 0.637 times I max. If you start with current equation, you will get this expression. We have started with voltage expression, so we got this expression. So this you are to exercise yourself. Now we come to form factor. What is form factor? Let us define. Ratio of RMS value of an AC voltage or current to average value of an AC voltage or current. Mathematically expressed as FF form factor is equal to E RMS divided by E average. It is equal to 0.707 E max divided by 0.637 times E max. It is equal to 1.1. So what is significance of form factor? All kinds of AC voltage generation is in multiples of this form factor, like 220 volt, 440 volt, 11,000 volt, 44,000 volt, 110 kilovolt, etc., etc. So all these voltage generations are carried out in the multiples of form factor 1.1. Now comes peak factor. I define peak factor. The ratio of peak value of AC voltage or current to RMS value of AC voltage or current is defined as peak factor. Mathematically expressed as peak factor as E max divided by E RMS. E max divided by 0.707 times E max, because E RMS is this equal to this value. So E max cancel 1 by 0.707, or it is equal to root 2, because the value of root 2 is 0.707, 1 by 0.707. 1 by root 2 is 0.707. So therefore 1 by 0.707 will be equal to root 2. Peak factor peak factor root 2, it is equal to 1.414. Now what is the significance of peak factor? Electric wires are covered with an insulation keeping in view this peak factor plus 25% extra for additional safety limits. Now assignment 7.1. Question number 1. The peak value of an AC voltage is 311 volts. Calculate RMS value, average value, form factor and peak factor. Second question, question number 2. The figure shows variation of an alternating voltage with time. This figure, voltage with time. What is the average value of voltage for the shaded part of the graph? This is shaded part of the graph, half cycle. You have to calculate average value for the shaded graph. This is the peak value 314 volt. Peak value is 314 volt and you have to calculate average value of the shaded portion. Okay, thank you so much for today. Next